Good morning. My name is Justin Brooks. I am a director at ServiceNow responsible for customer experience and industry workflows for ServiceNow Federal. Today, we're going to be talking about customer experience in the federal government, specifically how services are delivered to citizens and any constituent of the federal government. On the agenda today, we'll be talking about the overview of the President's executive order and the President's management agenda on customer experience. We're talking about the high impact service centers, citizen and experience satisfaction reports, customer experience use cases, and what's next. So before we begin, our agenda this afternoon, Sales Accelerator, includes the White House executive order published in December focusing on government service delivery across the federal government. But before we get there, I'd like to ask a rhetorical question to get you guys' mind kind of thinking and juices flowing. Think about, some of the world-class customer experience that you guys are experiencing in your everyday life, right? Things like Amazon or Uber or Grubhub. Maybe it's something like Disney Plus. What if the government could run like Disney Plus? One of our most popular examples that launched in the lockdown was Disney streaming services with the launch of their new service offering, Disney Plus. What you see here is the Disney Plus customer portal, a snippet of what we call the customer engagement layer. And that basically enables self-service, deflecting calls for any support-related issue. So that's really step one, a pivotal component of the customer experience, a customer engagement layer. That's what that is. On the first week of launch, they had more than 7 million searches for knowledge articles delivered through natural language query box at the center here of the top of the screen. So, looking at those experiences that folks are used to in their daily lives, citizens also have that experience or that expectation of the federal government. Our technology partner, Carosoft, recently performed a survey taken in 2021, which captured opinions from over 2,000 Americans to assess their opinions of the federal government engagement experiences. What they found is that citizens want self-service. 73% of folks prefer self-service interactions, with only 20% of those folks wanting to speak with someone by telephone. Customers expect more improvements. 39% of those respondents indicated that they have not seen an improvement in their experience with engaging with the federal government, and 53% reported that their experience has been about the same. Feedback is expected. I mean, listen, there's entire businesses that are set up around feedback and a continuous process improvement loop. Think about Yelp, right? So feedback is expected, and 80% of the folks that were surveyed said that they would provide feedback on the services that they were being delivered. And digital is the future. 40% of folks reported wait times over 5 minutes when on the phone. 39% of those have experienced slower than normal mail delivery, and 33% reported that information was hard to find on federal websites. So in response to providing better customer service, the president released his management agenda back in October of last year as a roadmap for ensuring an equitable, effective, and accountable federal government that delivers results for all people. The PMA focused on strategies to advance three core priorities: strengthening and empowering the federal workforce, delivering excellent, equitable, and secure federal services and customer experience, managing the business of government to build back better. And today we'll be talking about how ServiceNow and you can deliver on all three through customer and worker experience and modern technology so the government can be better at executing on doing the business of government and delivering services. The president promptly followed up on the PMA with an executive order in December. And in that, he called on federal agencies to put the American people at the focus of everything that we collectively do. He cited recovery from a global pandemic, promoting growth, advancing equity, and other needs of the American people. And there is a requirement for improved service delivery and provisions to make good on the experiences that people have when dealing with the government to address these needs. As part of the executive order, the president called on and identified 36 specific improvement areas across 17 federal agencies identified as high impact service centers, or HISPs. These HISPs provide services for everything from providing farmer loans to delivering nutrition programs to women and children to improving digital services for veterans. These are all incredibly important services, but there are additional services that were not specifically called out, like services for our military and their families, and agency-to-agency collaboration and communications that are needed to secure our country or provide more streamlined cross-agency functions. Superlative customer experiences are not limited to these 17 agencies or 36 improvement areas, but every agency. In fact, every agency or program exists to deliver something or some service. So the question is, what is that thing or that service? Who requests it? How is it requested? And how is it fulfilled? What is the reporting like? And how are the processes improved on? So there's a lot of resources that are publicly available. We encourage you to check out the PMA vision, which you can find online. There's the executive order on customer experience, as well as the HISPs. And also OMB put out action plans for each of the 36 improvement areas. What we'd like to do now is play a brief video for you on ServiceNow and how we're approaching addressing the customer experience initiative.
The President's Management Agenda recognizes that Americans expect consumer-like experiences from government. Simple, intuitive, and on demand. Agencies are making progress, but there's more work to do. The customer experience transcends single interactions. Positive experiences that build trust really matter when navigating certain life events, often across multiple agencies. A presidential executive order advocates harnessing technology to improve service delivery. What holds back progress? Legacy systems, manual processes, and siloed information. Customer service management from ServiceNow integrates front, middle, and back-end operations in a cloud-based platform. Self-service offerings and omni-channel communications for government contact centers enable exceptional customer service experiences for those that the agency supports. And ServiceNow's automation, machine learning, and predictive analytics help leaders prioritize, scale responses, and enhance efficiency. Get in touch for a test drive and examples of customer service success.
Okay, so what you just saw was, how ServiceNow can address these issues. But let's talk about, what are some of the examples out there today, folks that are currently delivering exceptional experiences for the customer base. So the first one we wanted to talk about was the recreation.gov, so otherwise known as Recreation One Stop. And it's an interagency partnership that's among several federal agencies that provide reservation services, shareable data, and trip planning tools for federal lands and waters across the United States. RS1 was a new initiative created with the primary goal of reducing redundancy by combining the online reservation services of multiple agencies. The solution, in fact, was implemented by Booz Allen Hamilton using ServiceNow. And now recreation.gov is a single public-facing website for customer engagement. ServiceNow also provides an omni-channel interface with chat, email, and telephony. And the customer service portal is integrated to the main recreation.gov website and provides access to knowledge articles across a wide range of customer topics for self-service information. On the new system, Fish and Wildlife has fielded over 1 million transactions. And overall, customer satisfaction scores have improved dramatically, and there's a significant reduction in the average time for resolution. The next one we wanted to talk about is the e-permit system that Department of Interior is doing as well. And this is an agency that's dedicated to the conservation and protection and enhancement of fish, wildlife, and plants and their habitats. Fish and Wildlife had an antiquated, homegrown permit management application system. There was a lot of paper and manual processes to manage animal licenses. There was no visibility to permit status and no digital channels available for citizens and stakeholders. Accenture came in and used ServiceNow to do an implementation of a brand new system. And they now have an omni-channel solution with self-service, web portal digitization. They've created a new system of engagement and action featuring knowledge management and self-service and the ability to apply and track permits online in addition to mail as well as email. With the new system, Fish and Wildlife now complies with the IDEA Act mandate through digitalization. It created efficiencies and eliminated manual processes. Another use case that we're very proud of is the HHS Office of Child Care. It's a great example of rapid digital transformation. The Office of Child Care, OCC, supports low-income working families and promotes children's learning by improving the quality of early care and education and after-school programs. The OCC collaborates with the states to receive critical resources and consultation in what they call technical assistance in order to support these improvements. This was formerly being tracked and delivered on a 15-year-old legacy system that was a little slow and data was inconsistent because of the manual interventions. But with the migration to the new system, which is on ServiceNow, their technical assistance solution is now modeled with user-centric design principles. And thanks to the help of the partners that we teamed up with at ICF, they were able to achieve a modern technical assistance tracker. All of this was compiled in a 9-month period, and this is now a consistent quality system that provides these program leaders and teaching staff with the best resources that are available. And the last use case that we wanted to talk about is one of my favorites, being a military veteran, and that's Arma, right? So this is a great example of federal transformation, one where supporting an improved customer experience will positively impact the lives of the U.S. Army soldiers and their families worldwide. Soldiers and families living around the world in different Army-provided housing and barracks were experiencing serious delays in addressing housing maintenance for issues, things like black mold, leaky roofs, electrical issues, and all sorts of other challenges with their housing. So all this was negatively impacting their lives as the soldiers. The families had low morale, and there was some pretty bad living conditions that existed on many posts. So with the partners of SoftTech and RepTech, the Arma solution was created as a digital solution for the Army Installation Management Command that could be easily accessed by soldiers and families, and they could request support, include pictures of the issues that they were having, check the status of their issues 24/7, and also do surveys afterwards so there could be improvement for even faster resolutions to the issues they were experiencing. As an outcome, Arma has progressed to more than housing, and they'll now encompass all facilities and ground areas and other places where maintenance issues commonly arise. So when you think about, ServiceNow, we asked you to think about, three doors of value, right? There's a customer engagement and experience layer. This is the front line of an organization that is having some sort of direct contact with customers, whether through self-service offerings or omni-channel communications. This is a mechanism for initiating requests for support. The second one is case and service management. So how do we take the issues raised in the engagement layer and bring them to resolution? This is where service operations comes in, or what we refer to as cross-team assistance. So taking cases and integrating the tasks, the teams in the front, middle, and back end operations to collaborate and deliver on the cases that are intaked. And then the last one is field service, right? So field service is where you extend the tasks out to another team within an agency, pertaining to resources that are working those tasks outside of an office setting. Think about it in the field or on a base or different buildings, perhaps in a remote location. This all rounds out the end to the service delivery loop. Before we wrap up today, I wanted to share one more thing. right? One more thing. And with one more thing, we like to channel another great company that delivers exceptional experiences, right? And that's Apple. The late great Steve Jobs, when he concluded any kind of his presentation, the annual Apple conferences, he would say, "But wait, there's one more thing." And he knew after that there was going to be some revolutionary announcement, some great new change. So our one new thing is going to be public sector digital services. So with public sector digital services, we'll be releasing in May, and we'll be on the San Diego release, which is the most current of ServiceNow. We'll feature new capabilities for government experiences, along with CSM and ITSM entitlements included. And it will help agencies fuel mission-oriented innovation, deliver great customer experiences, and resolve customer cases faster. We look forward to sharing more. You'll be seeing a lot more in press releases and the like in May. So stay tuned, and there is much more to come. So again, we thank you all for your time today. If there's any questions, I put my contact information on the last slide. My name is Justin Brooks again, and Director for Customer Experience at ServiceNow. And we look forward to hearing from you. Thanks again.